Hey guys, how's it going? It's Fishy Fish here coming at you with a brand new episode of Nothing Harder. Today we are playing with the character Rosalina and Luma, and if you don't know what Nothing Harder is, before I go any farther, basically I play with every single character in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U in the 9.0 difficulty, which is called Nothing Harder. So yeah, today we are playing with Rosalina and Luma, which was suggested by the people down below right now, and thank you guys for suggesting them. And definitely Rosalina is a fun character. I actually played a lot with her in my Amiibo tournament video that I posted. Rosie, the second one, she's actually the second character. Feel free to check that out if you so wish. But she is a really tough character to use because she's a lot to keep in mind, because you're essentially controlling two characters at once. It does make it kind of difficult to play with her sometimes, and I mean that in like the nicest possible way, because obviously, you know, it takes skill to play with every single character, but her especially, because if you're focusing on Luma, you might just get destroyed by not paying attention to Rosalina and stuff like that. I learned a lot about that while I was actually playing against Rosie, and yikes, I was already defeated by what is that, Minna? Yeah, Minna. So anyway, yeah, Rosalina is a really cool character, lots of fun to play as, and some of the moves I didn't really use when I was training her, like her down B, which I just used here. It's a really interesting move because it brings all items towards you. Obviously, it's not that useful in most one-on-one battles because I don't really use items in these games. But it is awesome against these ones, so make sure you use that a lot. Also, you'll see it used in the end as well. Super useful at the end because against the master forms, because they do have projectiles they launch sometimes. And yes, my final smash actually was useful for once. Her final smash is so useless, come on, like we all know this at this point. Like, before the game even came out at the Smash Bros. Tournament that Nintendo hosted, the commentators even said, like, they call this smash the final smash of minor inconvenience, I believe. So yeah, that is kind of very true. It's not that useful, especially in big maps. Although a lot of final smashes aren't that great in big maps. Like, I'm talking about you, Jigglypuff. Like, come on, your final smash is not that great if you're playing in Palutena's Temple. Okay, maybe make it be a little bigger, but who knows? Obviously, it's not going to affect anyone. They can't change the map, I'm assuming. That'd be a lot of work. I'm going off on a tangent. Let's talk about some Rosalina, because she is the one that we are looking at today in 9.0. It took me only about 3 or 4 tries. I'm not sure which one. And it's not too difficult, considering that if you do decide, you have two options with Rosalina, essentially. You can either send Luma out and actually use her to combo and attack from a distance, or you can use Luma with you and just do double damage with all your attacks. Also, Rosalina's recovery, not too great, as this proves, because, I mean, like, the recovery is kind of complicated to use, because if you press up B, you have to press back if you want to go straight up. There was a good Luma combo, by the way. Not that great, you know, obviously because he's still alive, but if you want to see some good like actually not bad combos, check out my Rosie video. There will be maybe a link in the description, who knows. Anyway, yeah, you have two options with Rosalina. You can either keep Luma with you and do damage, or you can send Luma out and attack from a distance. Both are pretty effective, but I think the attack from the distance is harder, definitely, but it can really lead to better results, because you can combo and rack up so much damage. Also, Luma, as you saw right there, can take some hits. It's really good against projectiles too. Oh, and here's something that I did decide to do. I lured that laser so it would hit Charizard, and obviously it worked because he died. So that's one thing to know if you're in Halberd. I'm trying to give as much information and as much tips as I can while doing these videos as well, because I know that some people will watch these videos for help on how to do it at 9.0. If Rosalina is their main character, then they may see this video to see how I did it. So it is, you know, with these Nothing Harders, it's really important to make sure you good use of the items, especially if you're not used to using items in just normal Smash games. Items are extremely useful, and that's why they're actually not allowed in competitive play, or in or just like most people turn them off, because they're so useful and some of them are so good. So make sure you really do use them, like the Pokeballs, the assist trophies, and all that stuff. Make sure you really do if you're trying to get 9.0 complete. That's probably my best advice I can give you for you as well. I'll get to some more advice on the Master Forms once we get there. But anyway, I want to go now change topics a little bit and actually mention a few things that have been happening on this channel. essentially, you may have noticed that I missed an episode of Nothing Harder last week. And the whole reason behind that was because I'm playing this because, you know, it's fun. The whole point behind these is to have fun with making videos and stuff. And last week when I was making these videos and stuff for Nothing Harder specifically, I kind of find that it was becoming more of a chore. So I know I've said this so many times, but I am going to be changing my channel schedule again, unfortunately, guys. But basically what's going to happen is on Monday I'm going to have Nothing Harder, a Nothing Harder video. On Wednesday I'll be having a random video, and random video means it could be a Splatoon video, it could be I have tons of ideas that I just want to make that don't really fall into category of any channel, of any video that I currently, any type of video I currently make. So on my random video, on random Wednesdays, I suppose, I'm not going to call it that, but on those Wednesdays, I will be having a video that's not Nothing Harder and not Amiibo Tournament. Amiibo Tournament is still, of course, going to be happening every Friday, and I kind of prioritized that last week because I wanted that to be a good video. And yeah, so, you know, obviously, check out that video if you so wish. That came out last Friday. But I'm gonna make my best efforts to have on Monday my Nothing Harder video, Wednesday random video, and then Friday will be Amiibo Tournament. The reason why I'm doing this, guys, is because I kind of personally, no one's been complaining about it, but which I'm really thankful for. But since I did miss a video last week, I just feel like that wasn't good for my channel. So I decided to essentially, and also the week before, I posted like 5 videos in 5 days. Like I was making a lot of videos. So what was Mario doing there with the Dragoon? So basically what I'm gonna do is, instead of posting one-off videos here and there, they will be in my random video time. So unfortunately, that does mean that you won't be surprised with a random Fishy Fisher video, but it does mean that every Wednesday there will be a new content that you don't really know what's gonna happen, don't really know what's coming. I've also I've been working really hard on Splatoon video, guys, because I've almost done it. I'm trying to maximize the amount of content that I actually do have, because when I did the most recent Splatoon test fire, unfortunately, the recording didn't work as well, or didn't work, so I lost all the footage and the audio that I did record, which is a shame. And also, there was some server problems. It was a huge mess, so I only actually have one session from the test fire that I actually can use in my videos. So I'm trying to maximize that footage, but then, now that I'm thinking about it, the game is almost out, so it won't be too long before I can actually have the full game and make some really awesome videos for Splatoon. Maybe even some more extra ones, even though I'm saying no, but I really like that game, and the more I can like play it and on the channel, as well as if people want to watch it, then the happier I'll be, because I'm so excited for that game, and I know regardless, I'm gonna be playing it a ton. So anyway, that's just basically the status of my channel right now. So now on every Monday, we're gonna have Nothing Harder, with a new character every day in the Super Smash Bros. For 9.0 Classic difficulty. Then after that, we're gonna have on every Wednesday a random video. And then after that, on Amiibo Tournament every Friday. Just so you guys know what's going on with this channel, just because I didn't want to just change it. I don't want to get bored or anything like that in Nothing Harder. That's the last thing I want. I want to be having fun too. That's really the main thing. So I'm sorry if you guys disagree with it or whatever, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, we're going to go on to some questions, because we're actually on the Mii Fighters, and going to have to get these questions done quick, so I may answer these questions a little quicker than usual, because I had a lot to talk about today. But first question comes from SQRT, and he says, "You understand CPUs better than human players? Opposite of me. How do you deal with 2v2 and Nothing Harder? My partner always dies and leaves me in a really early 2v1 situation." Really, the best course of action you can take in this situation, SQRT, if that is your real name, is to just go for one character and just beat him as fast as possible. Also, if you go for the same character that your teammate's going for, that is a very good strategy on taking out one really quickly, because, you know, obviously what happens is that you're overwhelmed by 2 characters. So why don't you overwhelm a CPU with 2 characters as well early, and hopefully the other CPU, because, you know, they're not too smart, the other CPU will will kind of watch from a distance, maybe running a little bit, and then you just knock him away with like a back air or something, just to get him out of the way, just to try and focus on one. So that's my piece of advice for taking out 2 CPUs if that happens all the time. It works for me, and some of my fails, I accidentally don't do that, and I do pay the price for it. So thanks SQRT for that question, and wow, the Rosalina is taking out these Mii fighters really quickly. Good job, Rosie. Or, it's not Rosie, it's Fishing today. Anyway, wow, that was fast. Next question comes from Emily Runesaville, and the question says, are you thinking of doing an All-Stars series? And I have thought about it. I'm going to do probably a poll when Nothing Harder is over, because I think I'm more than halfway through Nothing Harder. So what's going to happen at the end? An All-Stars series, maybe? I do like doing these little like catch-ups and little like chats with everyone, so definitely it's something that I am highly interested in. So if you guys think that I should do an All-Star series, I think I've already talked about this before, but that's probably going to happen, to be honest. Oh, and here's what you should do: the master forms. You can send the Luma to one of them and Rosalina to the other. I didn't do it so well, unfortunately, so now I'm just gonna decide to just go out for Master Hand and use double damage with Luma as well, which is, I was talking about that earlier. It's definitely the best course of action to do against these forms as well, because, you know, aside from these two, they're all together in one, so why not just do double damage? You could always send Luma in and then attack from a distance, which is useful, but that does risk Luma dying more easily than if you just attack with double damage. So that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, as we're going to Master Feats, Master Giant, I will answer the final question, which is from Oscar Linares. I believe that's how you pronounce your name. And this question is, have you ever played Pokemon? If you have, which one is your favorite? Oh, these are always really tough questions to answer. I don't... Again, this is my personal opinion. I'm going to close that question just so I can see the gameplay better. This is, again, my personal opinion, so obviously it's not, you know, saying what the best Pokemon game is. My personal favorite is Pokemon Heart Gold. It's really because the first Pokemon game that I actually did have was Pokemon Silver. And Crystal, actually. It was Crystal. So, it's a huge nostalgic factor for me, and that game's also just really good. There's so much to do. There's so many legendaries. There's so much to do. So much post-game stuff, I think. I logged way too many hours in that game. I was trying to get all the Pokemon, and I never did, unfortunately. But, there's so much to do in that game with, like, ooh, yikes, Rosie. I mean, Rosalina. Rosie is a perfect name for Rosalina. I mean, it just makes sense. But I logged so many hours into that, and I just really love. And it's not me themed. This is what that's the downbeat I was talking about. That's what you want to do. But the fact that also the Pokemon walks around with you, that is just the smartest feature ever. It's like the Pokemon Yellow, but with every single one. It is just awesome. So that's my personal opinion. I have played Pokemon games. I have played most of them, actually. I didn't get the new one, but I did get X and Y. So I really do like Pokemon games, and I just didn't get Alpha Sapphire, which is kind of weird. That was the first one in a while that I didn't really follow, and I didn't really, I didn't get. So, that's my personal opinion. Thanks for the lovely question, and we're going on to Master Shadow. This is the finale already. Wow, it feels like we just started, because, I mean, I haven't done one of these in a while. It's been a while, I guess. So, last a week ago, I guess. So, it feels weird not having done a Nothing Harder, but we're already taking out the Master Shadow, and a little cheeky taunt to rub it in, and off we go to the Master Fortress. Here we go. You gotta ignore the heart first, because if you're at 30%, why bother, you know? So these guys, I find that Rosalina's neutral and forward air is too long to take out those guys quickly and efficiently. So what you're gonna want to do is back air, I believe, takes them out, or a down air. 2 down airs. It doesn't do it in the first one. Maybe if you get it like right at the heel, but otherwise just get up to them and just do an up smash or something. That's generally the best idea. It's not super quick, but it gets rid of them, which is what all you really want to do. And Lithiniums or whatever they're called. I remember someone pointed it out a while ago, not too long ago. But also when you're passing by to this guy down here, do a few pop shots to that form. It does actually spawn that guy, so you just have to wait for him to leave you alone, and then you back air and destroy the first section of Master Fortress. So, as it's exploding, come on, Rosie, let's go. There is nothing to charge up, unfortunately, because, oh, yikes, my Luma died. That's not fun. But it doesn't matter, because we're just going to be walking here anyway, so it's all good. Gotta just keep on going, keep on running. But that guy will Meteor Smite you, as I just reminded right there. Again, back air, we'll just knock them off, which is all you need to do for those Lithiniums. You just need to get, like, knock them away. See, and that's what I mean, like the Luma as well. Just keep, in the Master Fortress, keep Luma with you. That is the best advice. Don't think that sending Luma off anywhere will be useful, unless, I guess, the core, or, not the core, the, what's it called? Like, just the thing you're attacking the Master Fortress. It may be useful, but I think it's just smarter to keep Luma with you to just get that extra damage as well. Those extra few attacks from the smashes and stuff. Personally, that's my personal opinion. Again, all these, this is not to the T. I guess I get lucky sometimes, so that's all that really matters. But I'm just going to attack this. I could have finished it off there, but no, I'm going to be safe and do that, taking out the Master Fortress. So, there we go. So, I want to thank you guys all again so much for watching this episode of Nothing Harder. Make sure you guys click the like button and comment down below as Rosalina struggles to destroy the Master Core. I don't know what I was doing. But, yeah, make sure you guys click the like button, share all that lovely stuff that I know you guys, if you guys enjoy this video and stuff. Also, recommend which character you want in the comments below. Also, leave a question for the next video that I could answer on the show. Leave you guys with a failed compilation. Bye, guys.